So my people, so this is the Andrakk 12-inch rechargeable fan review. So in this review, what's going to happen is I'm not going to actually talk about like unboxing or how to connect the wires and everything. I think that is something that you can just check the manual. That is something that is easy to find. I don't want to wish you guys time. But I'm actually going to talk about how to connect the battery because I think that might help. So what I'm going to be talking about in this is the battery life and the mist fan. How, because people are always saying it to cool like an AC and everything to replace your AC. So we're gonna find out if that's true or not. So how much did I get this fan for? This was like 100k. I'm making this video as of, I bought the fan as of like January 20th or so, January 15th, 2024. So bear in mind this is just after the Christmas period and Black Friday period, so the price might have gone up a bit, and dollar was around 1,350 or 1,300. So keep that in mind. Depends on when you're buying this and everything. So for 100,000, that is the first thing I want to talk about: price, the battery, and the fan. So let me quickly get the pricing out of the way. So for 50,000 naira, you can get a fan, nothing like this. It should just be like something like this, right? You just get a regular rechargeable fan that will last usually 5 hours on like medium or low setting, then maybe 2 to 3 hours for high setting. And there are so many things to consider in that price because most of those fans usually have one battery. I'll show you the battery very soon. This has two. I think it's 4.5 ah batteries, making 9 ah in total. So that is the reason why you see online just on Jumia anyway, because I got it from Jumia. You see 20 hours to 24 hours battery life, right? So should you get this fan and should you just save money or like borrow money, go to Lapo and borrow money, or just like use Sportybet to get this fan over a 50,000 naira fan? Yes, it's completely worth it. And there are many reasons why. First reason is you get basically 3 to 4 times the battery life for twice the price. So you're getting 2 more times value compared to spending 50,000 versus 100,000, right? Because most of those fans are around 50 to 70,000. Usually last maybe 3 hours on the highest, maybe 6 to 7 hours if you are lucky, maybe 5 to 7 hours on medium or low setting, right? That's the first thing. The second reason why you should get this fan is, bro, just look at this. This doesn't even look like anybody that comes to my house will be thinking I'm a baller. Like, do I have like all those coolers? You understand? Compared to something like this is just a regular fan, nothing special in it. Just imagine it has a rechargeable battery on it. So this is a very, very regular fan. Somebody that comes in will just be like, no. But this one, people be asking, what's this? Did you get like? I know some people just want to spend money for themselves, but like if you're somebody that you want to feel like, oh, you spent money and people respect what you spent it for, right? That's why you see people buying iPhones. That's why you see people buying better cars. If not, everybody be using Uber Corolla and this thing. If not, why do they need a 20 million naira car? You want to show off. So that is the thing about this type of fan. You also help you show off like what you have. Just something cool. Just imagine this in the corner of the room. Just it's like a conversation starter and it's just cool. You can even like, you understand, and it's very quiet. I don't think you guys can even hear anything. This is the lowest setting and it has a remote. So this is a medium setting. It's blowing like crazy and you can barely hear it, especially if I'm doing like a meeting on my laptop or something on my phone and the fan is there. I can even put the fan directly here. I'll be talking to you guys. You can barely hear it. Now imagine if it's like to this side here, right? Then this is the highest. This is the part that you start hearing it. But even this highest is blowing like mad. Like, what can I use to? What do those guys usually use? This is a very thick. Let me use a nylon. Let me use a piece of paper so you guys can see. I think this is the ordering sheet, right? Okay, no. Let me use a piece of paper so you guys can see. This is the highest, right? Very, very is quite enough for you to like cool down many people in your room. So and I also come to the swing, because now if I click on the swing, you'll notice that this thing doesn't move left and right. It's the blade that is inside. You can see this blade moves, then this white part also switches up and down to make it go up and down. So this might be a problem if you have a big room right? Unless you put on the highest setting, that is really where you can, like, maybe from here to here, you have like people in the actual parlor, and you want everybody to feel the fan. That is the best you can do, is put it maybe to here, right? Then put the fan on the highest, because anything other than the highest, nobody won't feel it. So if you put on the highest to swing, it doesn't swing left and right, it swings like in a what do you call it, elliptical, or is it ellipsis or something, or it's like an extended circle, right? It's not just something like this. It doesn't swing left to right, it doesn't swing up to down, it swings, right? So that is a problem. So if you're directly in front of it, it might have issues sometimes. So what I usually just do is I just let it to swing. Then when I start feeling it on my wherever I'm seated, I just stop the swing, right? The easiest one is when you connect the mist fan, right? When it's connected to NEPA or something, or to your inverter, because I'm using my inverter right now, there's no NEPA. I'm very sure you guys can hear the generator of my neighbors disturbing me. So that is one of the issues with it. So that is the price. It's definitely worth it. Save the money and get this. You don't want to get all those 50,000 naira fans that after like a few months you start having to buy battery or things like that. Because my mom has, everyone uses those type of fans, 50,000 naira fans from like Lonto or something, and you have to start like changing everything, and it doesn't even look visually interesting, right? And this also has a charging port, so you can charge your devices. Rechargeable fans usually have those, so that is normal. So let me just quickly go through the features. The mist function only works with I'll get to the mist function later, but the mist function, that is one thing you guys have to know. I didn't know this. It only works with NEPA, like when you're directly connected. If you press it right now, you see nothing works. But when you connect it to NEPA, a big light shows here. It can be distracted at night, so I usually use a book or something, or just a piece of paper to cover it, right? Then it's like a small gas. The thing is that when you put your hand, like literally here, you can feel the air like very cool. But if you put your hand here, it feels like very just normal fan air, like dry fan air. This one will feel cool. But anywhere, any distance away from it, really feel. So I don't want to go into the mist function. Let me just go into the battery. So how is the battery life? On high, I've actually used it for on high, like after fully charging it for a long time. But according to the manual, since they didn't lie about the other settings, I'll just assume high lasts for 6 to 7 hours, and that's what it says according to the manual. Then medium, I think 15 hours, that's what I saw. Then low is like 20 to 24 hours, right? But you have to read the manual as well, because they tell you to charge it for 10 to 12 hours when you first get it, after connecting the batteries properly, right? So let me open the battery and show you guys how that works. So you open this, just screw it, right? Screw this part out. Then you see some wires. I don't want to unscrew it now because it's too much effort. You guys you get what I'm saying. Just follow the manual. It's very easy, so I don't really need to do any of that, right? Then maybe maintenance. I've not actually cleaned the fan, so you can see it's very dusty for like 2 weeks of Hamatan, even though I close my windows a lot. So I think it should be easy. Just remove the screws, right? Then clean inside, put the screws back in. So you can see you can move it around. Then let me get to the mist function, right? So how does the mist work? You can see I have some water. It was cool when I put it. It's still cool right now. That's the craziest part. I can feel it's still cool. And this was yesterday, right? Yesterday night. And this is the next evening, the next night. This is like 8 o'clock or something. And I feel this yesterday night is still cool. So you put your water inside. I don't want to remove it. I'm afraid it might pour, but let me just see. So you put your water inside here. You can see some of it has poured into that container there. So you put your water inside here. If you have like ice blocks, it might not actually enter because the hole is very small. You can see. Let me just remove this. What's the use of review if I can remove this at least? So you can see very small. So ice blocks might not enter unless if you have like some weird shaped cylindrical ice blocks. What you can just do is put small cold water, right? Very cold, as cool as you can get without freezing. Then put all your ice blocks that you have inside the water for them to cool, for them to melt a bit. Then you can now pour it inside. So make sure you tie it properly as well, right? If you don't tie it, as soon as you turn it, you start pouring. So you have to make sure it's tight. Okay. Right. I don't remember what I'm doing. Yeah, so you just put it in, and that's it. Then you just clip this. Don't need any special screws or anything. So the misfunction, the controversial misfunction, what does that actually do? I think it's really good. Let me just fix this so properly. So I think the misfunction is actually really good for Harmattan because this is Harmattan period now. And even though I've actually most of the times when it's very dusty, I just close the windows. So I've actually said that hey, the windows are open and it's very dry but sometimes when it's very dry, like if you on, especially if you put on 2 or 3, especially if it's connected to NEPA, you can put it on 2 or 3 without worrying because there's actually AC power. So you put it on 2 or 3 and on the mist function, right? I think I should just connect it right now to explain to you guys better, right? So just give me a second. What fun will it be without for me to just be talking without? So you can just connect it to the back here. I don't want to turn this. I think I should have the muscle memory by now. Yeah, this should be connected, right? Yeah. So it's connected right now. If you just turn on the mist function, so you can see the blue lights. Bear in mind, this can be very distracting and it's just very bright in the night. So if you're like somebody that can't sleep with light, right, this will really help. So the mist function, again, these are number 2. So when I actually put my hand here, it's actually cool. It's like not just because if you put your hand here, it's just the regular fan just blows the regular warm or hot air back to you. But this part is genuinely cool, like. But that is literally it. If you move back, I don't just know, maybe it's the problem in my phone because I've checked so many reviews online. I haven't seen any. Hey, Messi just scored for Inter Miami. They're playing in friend right now with Al Hilal. So back to the point. The thing I've noticed is that when I checked online, literally no one talks about the cooling function of these mist fans. That's why I'm actually making this review because it would have, even though I would have bought this fan regardless, because just because of the battery life, I would have like reduced my expectations a little bit, right? Because I was seeing people saying, hey, it's like an AC, some of those fake Instagram sellers or stuff like that. It's like an AC, this to cool your room, bro. It's unless if there's something wrong with my specific unit, right? The only part you can actually feel, unless if maybe I have to use freezing water, right? Unless if I literally have to use freezing water, I don't think this is cool enough. Let's see. If I put my hand, I don't know why this is. I think it's because it's pumping from the lower part of the fan. Wherever I put your hand. Yeah, it's cool here, but bro, if you're getting this to try and like cool your room and maybe you don't have an AC or NEPA is really bad at your place, this won't solve. You still have to get an AC or something. Or get those dedicated air coolers that you put ice or something and to just be sure to clean those very regularly so they don't start smelling with bacteria buildup. So those are the 3 main aspects. So what are the disadvantages of this light? The disadvantage of this fan, the light's very bright, so that is handy. In terms of disadvantages, I think the main thing is probably this, like this doesn't rotate upwards, downwards, left or right. It's like, the thing about it is you actually rotate upwards. So if you're like standing, this actually has a deceptively high like height for it to go to, because if you're standing, I'm 6'2" or so, 6'1" or 6'2". If I'm standing and I point this to me, you can still touch me like from this point. You can still like touch my head, like the air, if I put it to swing. That is one thing about it. Let me stand to explain what I mean. Like, yeah, I can feel it. I can actually feel. I'm 6'2". I can feel it like not on my head right now, but on my chest. But if the fan is like actually where people actually put the fan, like here at the edge of the wall or something, yeah, I can actually feel so deep. And again, if you want like something to cool your legs as well, you can just leave it on the swing, or you can stop it to cool your legs. That is something. Or if you are sleeping on the floor, right? So that is. But in terms of like disadvantages or like downsides, I think the main thing is the mist function only works with AC power, because they were like in the manual, you don't want it to affect like the battery life. I was like, bro, just give me the option. I'm already you understand? The battery life is crazy strong. It has two 4.5 AH batteries, ampere batteries. So give me the option, even if it's 1 hour, let me use the most function for 1 hour. You understand? But the main advantage, because I use an inverter system, right, and I have one battery and a 1.1 kV inverter. So the main reason I actually even got this fan is because NEPA has been really bad for this Harmattan period. I'm living in Lorraine, pipeline area. I'm very sure you guys know about the NEPA here. It's sad. That is the only thing I can see. And my inverter system is solar. I have solar inverter. I have 540 watts of solar, right? And I still so many days with my fan, this ceiling fan, right? Or this is my standing fan. The funniest thing is this standing fan actually takes more energy than this ceiling fan. So anytime I'm using the ceiling fan on the absolute lowest, I can barely feel anything on my TV. As soon as it's like, if there's no NEPA throughout the day, as soon as it's like 5 or 6 in the evening, the inverter will start making noise. Hey, it wants to off, it wants to off. So I have to literally off everything and only my Wi-Fi will be on. But now, right? Now I can I can literally, let me on. There hasn't been light throughout today. I didn't even charge it overnight. There was light like in the midnight to this morning. And I didn't really charge it. See, I'm using my TV. I can unplug this. Right? Unplug this, use that 3 bars. You can see. Use that 3 bars, my TV. And what was I saying? There hasn't been light at all throughout today. This is 8 o'clock or so, or 9 or so. I don't even know what the time is. And I'm still enjoying this. So if you have one battery, one fan, like you have, or just if you have an inverter in general, no matter what your setup is, having a rechargeable fan like this, like I'm not even the type of, because all those type of 50, 60k fans, 70,000 naira fans, right, that have 5-hour battery lives. If they are new, you can actually set it on and forget it, right? But if you have started using them for a while, sorry about that. If you start using them for a while, right, the battery start degrading. This hasn't degraded yet, so I can't really comment on that. But like, you can't even sleep in peace knowing that hey, this will last me. But like this, I used this for 3 days, 4 days. The first time I charged it, I told my mom like I used this for. I wasn't actually using it on non-stop for 4 days, but like regular usage. Like okay, in the afternoon maybe it's cool, so I switch it off. In the evening is warm, so I switch it on. Then from then till like the next morning, and it's still blowing on like lowest or second lowest, right? And now my inverter this is normally at this point, right, my inverter will stay making noise even with just a fan, because this is twofold. Number one, it helps your solar charge faster, because if you're using your TV and your fan both plugged to AC power, right, it won't charge faster, right? It won't charge fast. So you're basically using, especially if you're using like 5 or 3 panels, 500 watts, stuff like that, right? You'll be using what you're getting from the sun, unless if you're like living in Saudi Arabia or something, or in India that has crazy sunlight. That's the thing. But if you are like, if it's the rainy season or stuff like that, you definitely be using the same amount of power you're generating. So having a rechargeable system like this does 2 things. It helps you to charge faster and also decrease faster. Let's say you have had NEPA now, you charge with NEPA. This will also help you last longer because you're only using a TV. This type of TV is 42 inches, takes like 40 to 50, 60 watts. Let's say 35 to 60 watts. This type of fan, I used to check the load reading for my inverter. So I'm just guessing on the lowest setting, it takes like 50 watts as well, right? Then this standing fan, the minimum takes like 80 watts. I don't know why I just take most of it. Another thing you can do is you can get an AC fan, right? Alternating current fan, because most of these fans are DC, so they take a steady voltage throughout the power reading, right? So that's why you see them, they'll be taking like 50 watts, 70 watts. But if you get an AC fan, alternating current, right, they can drop super low. That's why I see most of these rechargeable fans, their lowest setting, you barely feel anything because they use AC power, right? So it's basically on off for like 90% of the time. My physics students will understand what I'm saying. So, long story short, why should you get this fan? If you have the money, even if you don't have the money, if you have 50,000, bro, just wait, because this type of things are long-term investments, right? It's not something that you just buy unless if you have that time, but if most people, they don't want to be going on GG and be selling again because you lose money and what's zero. So you best just manage what you have for now, then save the money, go on Jumia, right? And the thing why I would say go on Jumia, don't buy from any Instagram seller. Those guys are scammers. Don't. If you can buy from a shop that you know locally that actually does refunds, yeah, you can do that as well. But what I'll just say is Jumia is the best. That's why I use Jumia as well. I was about to buy from an Instagram seller, but I think you guys know them, Rechargeable Fans Market.ng. I was about to buy from them. I asked them like, hey, well, where's your shop? I had the money ready. I was about to say that. I said, okay, let me just ask, where's your shop? Because I checked their page. They only had the registration number, right? The company registration number. So I asked, where's your office located? They said you don't have that. They are online. This I was like, what? So who would I hold if something goes wrong? Let's say the bike man runs away. I don't even want to say they are scammers. I just want to say, let's say the bike man runs with my money or something. Who will I get a hold of, right? They were like, that if they were trying to use all this reverse psychology that if I have any doubts that it's better I don't buy. I say, what is enough for the wise? I just want because I've already seen on Jumia. I saw this one on Jumia, the exact one. But it seems like the Jumia fan, the badge was 10% smaller than the one those Instagram sellers were selling. But I was like, let me just buy it. The advantage about Jumia is you can use 7 days to test it. Let's say you are only buying this. Let's say you have rechargeable fan already, but you're only buying this for the mist function. And you want to test if it's worth it for you, so you can buy it. You actually have to, if you're in like Lagos or any of the big cities, like the 3 big cities, Lagos, Abuja, all of them. I think it's only Lagos that has same day or 2-day shipping or so. So if you're in Lagos, within 2 days you've gotten. If you're in London, I think I got mine in 3 or 4 days. Best to just do home delivery. Don't do pickup station because this I bought a washing machine and this at the same time. I really suffered getting this on the boat ride. So just do home delivery. I think I spent 10,000 in terms of delivery costs getting the washing machine and this. So I think it's about 5,000 to a pickup station. Home delivery might be like 10,000. I'm not even sure if they offer that, but just do that, or get a pickup station that is very close to your house and get a keke or boat, right? So they almost called Italian. So get this fan, just save. Like, and if you buy it from Jumia and you get it and you don't like it, you can always ask for a refund within 7 days. 7 full days. That is a lot of time to test everything. So after that 7 days, if you don't like it, you can refund the money to a voucher, so you can use that to buy something else. You can't withdraw that. But if you want to get your money back, they can give you your full money back. The only thing is that you just wait. I think 5 to 7 business days for them to credit your bank account, and you can use the money to do anything. Unlike most tech stores where you go in and they tell you, hey, you cannot do refunds, you cannot do anything. Once you buy it, right, you have to. The only thing is that you can use the money to buy something else in the store. You can't really buy something with that. That is the problem. So, what is it that this guy is playing? What the hell are these guys playing? What are these guys playing? So, sorry about that. So, let me just even turn this TV on because it's distracting me. Inter Miami have equalized, so I'm happy with that. Up Messi. So, the mist function, I don't know if it's a problem in my unit because I've seen like all those. This is an Asian company, Andrakk. So I've seen other big, like heavy duty industrial type of fans that have very big, like water boxes, right? If you check online, you see those are like 18-inch fans, industrial metal like blades, and they have very big water tanks. Then it's just like a regular fan, nothing fancy like this, just a regular fan, big blades, but it has a mist function. So I think those might actually work better. Right, you put freezing water inside because that one doesn't have like this small hole that you're limited to. You can put literal ice blocks with water. They put on number 3. Now one they don't really care about like saving energy like me or minimizing energy because I have an inverter and bad NEPA. So those guys they can use. I'm very sure that stuff will be cool. But at that point it's like it's taking up floor space. Just get an AC if you have the money to. I'm very sure those fans aren't cheap. So long story short, in terms of the price, it's worth it. You're getting 4x the battery life for 2x the price, right? Like for the price is worth it. And there ain't any like additional. It comes with the remote, it comes with everything. You don't need any additional like parts or anything. It comes with the remote. Then the time I haven't actually used it before, but you should have it like a 1 hour timer. If you're trying to like maybe switch it off after a while, use the timer. 1 hour. So yeah, it goes up to 9 hours. So that's really good. This is the first time I'm actually using this because I don't really care about it. Then the mode. I think it's just like an auto mode on AC. If the temperature is low, it boosts. It reduces the fan speed or something. If the temperature is high, it increases the fan speed. So it's in the evening time right now. The temperature is a bit low, so that's why I staying at 1. But if it was in the afternoon, it might have gone to 3 by now. So you just switch it off. I don't know why this went to number 3 after I switched it off. Then swing, like I explained, it goes in a circular fashion. But sometimes if you wait long enough, you actually go to the middle back. Then the light is extremely bright. So by this point, I've already had all the buttons in my muscle memory, so I don't really need to look at the remote anymore. That is one of the best things about having these types of remotes, right? Then mist function, like I explained. Then high, medium, low, switch off and on. So that is the Andrakk 12-inch mist fan. I don't have any affiliate links. I just did this because this was, bro, it's hot. Let me on this fan back. I just did this because I was looking for reviews and I couldn't find any, especially talking about the mist function, if it's going to be like an AC or anything. So make sure you guys smash the like button. This is a brand new channel. I could have uploaded this on my other channel, but that is more about my web design stuff. That's how I got the money to get this. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Share these videos with your friends. I want so many guys to get this fan. It's like a dream come true, especially if you're living somewhere where number one, NEPA is really bad, right? And you need something because one of the main reasons why people spend money on gen, like buying fuel, is because the heat has started getting too much. If there's like, if all of us were living, if like Nigeria was a winter region, right, where we get snow, and they took the light, the only reason why somebody would go and still like turn on the generator or inverter is if maybe you need your Wi-Fi. But if you have like a MiFi, I have Wi-Fi, I have my phone. So, right, I was not about to get a battery bank for the MiFi, but after I got this fan, I literally have 24 hours light. When my neighbors, their lights switched off, like this my neighbor here is literally the only one that has, like, he always turns on his gen overnight, and I still outlast him. When I had my regular fan and TV, most of the time by like, if there's no light throughout the day, most of the time by like 9-10, I literally have to off the whole inverter. Like, I go back to darkness because even the Wi-Fi takes power. Even if you have nothing on, or let's even you have literally nothing on, no light on, even if you have lights or 2 lights or 3 lights, that is still 30 watts. If you have like 10 watt bulbs, 30 watts is still something. After an hour, right, it will drain your battery. And last thing, I just remember something. This also helps me save my inverter battery, because if you know anything about batteries, like lead acid batteries, tubular batteries, right, you know that you don't want to discharge them more than like 50% or so. Is it 50 or 60 or 70%? I can't remember. So every single time, like every day, my battery was always going from full to dead, because I can't switch it off unless my Wi-Fi would go off or the fan or something, and I'll be in heat. So I literally have to keep it on, right, to to enjoy this thing, and I have to use it until it's dead. And the way the guys at Femtech, the way they did, that's the company that did inverter installation, the way they set it up is they allow the inverter to regulate the battery until it's like 10.7, 10.8 before it start making noise and to switch off. But now, because of this setup that I have, since I've gotten this fan, I think it's about a week now or 2 weeks, I've literally like never killed the battery. So that will also help me save my battery for longer. That will also save me money, because if I'm using the battery 100 to 0, it will really last me like 1.5 or 2 years before I'll start having battery problems, right? But now, this has, even though I've abused the inverter for the first 2 months, this will also allow me to extend the battery. So now, what is now the evolution from this? The evolution is having a portable power station, because if you have had an inverter like the regular lead acid battery, you know that they're very dumb. You have to go and stand in front of the inverter for like 10 seconds for it to cycle, so you know, okay, this is the voltage, this is the battery reading, this is the load, this is the, there's no way to monitor it remotely and stuff like that. So that is something. If you have a remote like EcoFlow, that was what I was about to get before I used the money to buy this one, because it took the last EcoFlow River 2 Pro after Velo Reviews made a review. So that is this next step, getting rechargeable or like any type of lithium power station or lithium battery pack that allows for remote monitoring and remote control. Then the third evolution is having smart bulbs. I think Oraimo sells, I'm about to get those probably next month. Oraimo also sells smart bulbs like this. So I think it's 24,000 for a pack of 6 or 5 or 4. I'm about to get those as well. So at that point, you don't even have to stand up from you don't even have to stand up. Once you wake up, just switch off your fan with your remote control. You can monitor your inverter from your phone with the EcoFlow app, or I think Bluetti also offers the app too. So you can even switch it on, switch it off after you've connected to your mains power supply. Then your light bulbs with your phone, all those smart Wi-Fi light bulbs too. You can just switch everything off, switch everything on. Like that is the next evolution. So instead of spending money and getting two batteries for your inverter, just get a rechargeable fan, right? Get a rechargeable fan, get a power efficient TV. Don't be using all those big LCD TVs. Get an LED or OLED. That also save you energy, right? So many things that you can use to save energy. Get a smaller fridge, a small chest freezer or fridge. Just put that for your inverter. Then when there's NEPA or when you have visitors or something, or you want to put a lot of drinks, you can use the main freezer. And funny enough, this is my inverter also. Now another advantage, I'm just rambling up. Another advantage now is this inverter or this fan, because of it's not longer taking my load. I can now actually use the fridge I have. It's a tall fridge, 2 compartments, but it's not like those massive fridges. It's just like a tall type of fridge, right? I can actually use that when there's sunlight, especially when there's no NEPA, to cool my drinks or my food down. When I was using my regular fan and TV, there's some days that, especially if I'm using like this standing fan right here or with the TV, there's sun, like it's 2 in the afternoon in Lorraine. You know this the type of heat, Hamatan type of sun, and the inverter is literally making noise, about to die because I'm using all I'm getting. So it doesn't charge since the morning. But now I have like so much more excess energy that I can use for my inverter, right? If you have a washing machine that is more efficient, maybe like a 5 kg or 7.5 kg like mine, you can also use that, right? And you still cooling yourself down. You can even go outside, sit down outside, receive fresh air with this one blowing the fresh air more to you. Like so many uses, right? And you can take this anywhere. Instead of a ceiling fan now, you can take this one to your room. If you are shitting in toilet, you can take it to the toilet to be blowing away the smell. You can take it out like anywhere. If you are cooking and that thing is in the kitchen, I also use this a lot when I'm cooking. Like it's so hot here, so I just use this, face it up, then put it on number 2 or 3, right? Face it away from the stove, but it's facing when I'm washing stuff or something. So cool, like. So that is a review, 30 minutes. I wanted to make this a 5-minute review, but this is a 30-minute review. You can always keep. I'll try to put time frames down below. So make sure you guys smash the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch y'all soon. Peace. Oh yeah, now.